How's everyone doing? Nate's giving too much sauce now. Well, I haven't talked about anything, but appreciate it. How's everyone doing? I need some mullein leaf for my lungs. Going to Colorado was rough. All right, how's everyone doing? It's JoJo Bizarre Adventure character. Got him! What happened to Luke's account? Nothing. Mr. Belmar in the house. What's up? What's up? I have... Can you help me? Ton benefits. Yeah, it can most definitely help you with that. One second, I'm gonna put some music, guys. Put some vibes, and then I'm gonna bounce. Got a long day today. Dude, all-nighters, bro. All-nighters are not looking too bad, so that's pretty good. All right, I'm putting some synthwave. How's everyone doing? Do you ever bulk? Yes, I'm clean bulking right now, actually. I put on a couple pounds of muscle mass, as you guys can see from social media. Where are you from? Argentina? Yeah, Argentina. Lived there multiple years, like many years. I actually grew up there. Buenos Aires. Nate, are you interested in practicing any martial arts in the future? Yeah, I am. When I go to Asia, I'm going to be developing a compound, a dojo, a biohacking center in Asia. I'm definitely going to start picking up martial arts at a heavy level. I feel like I'm right now, in terms of my body, I'm at a pretty good level to pick up something that is as rigorous as that. Belmar, I challenge you to keep up with my ab workout. Okay, cool. Post it on Twitter, tag me. What time is it there? It's 11 o'clock. Do I speak Spanish? Yes, I do. Shredding tips while gaining muscle. So that's actually a good question. Let's answer that one. So the purpose is, how do you avoid the body, right, when it goes through under a lot of stress? How do you mitigate the process of it after it gets tired and starts tapping into all the glucose reserves? It starts tapping into the glycogen, which is the glucose in your muscles, right? And that's what the bodybuilders back in the day would talk about. Hey, you always have to carb up, right? Like you always have to every couple hours eat carbs. Why? Because if not, you're going to lose muscle mass. Why? Because if not, your body's going to self-cannibalize, because your body starts freaking out because it's training rigorously, and then it's tapping into the glycogen, which basically is killing your gains, right? You spend a lot of days working out, and then one day you just happen to hit it really heavy, and then it starts tapping into that. And especially if you're trying to do it in a fasted state, that's it's counterintuitive. So you're approaching bodybuilding, and you're approaching developing clean muscle mass, or even, what I mean clean is like a healthy muscle and not packed with fat around it, right? That can tend to bog us down. But the purpose is to approach that bodybuilding or that clean bulking with a metabolically flexible body, because you'll have a lot of easier time in terms of sparing proteins, right? Like your body tends to become really good at sparing proteins when one learns how to tap into fat. Therefore, it's a lot easier to get those gains and see those gains without like losing muscle mass, and you can still be shredded. So I'm not, like, right now, I'd say I'm not the shreddest I've ever been, because I'm clean bulking. Like, I can see veins popping and everything, but I can't see stuff in the back. Anyway, it's very cool. It's very cool because you just see how your body reacts to fasting, how it reacts to training, how it reacts to energy input, just based off how you prompt it, right? So yeah, it's very cool. So if you want to build clean muscle mass, dude, you got to become metabolically flexible. It's going to aid in the process of self-cannibalization. Best foods for clean bulking? Yeah, fantastic question. I would heavily focus on my proteins and fats. I would find healthy sources. For example, if I wasn't, like right now I'm drinking black coffee, I'm not trying to break my fast, but hypothetically speaking, let's say I broke my fast and I realized that, I actually need to put in some more calories today. I would potentially put collagen in my coffee. What I'd do is I'd grab raw organic milk, I'd put it in the frother, right? This is a potion for you guys. I'd put cinnamon, I'd put vanilla extract, I'd put a scoop of collagen. That way you get 10 grams of collagen, potentially spirulina, As well, I would infuse my organic coffee beans with rosemary. And when that brews, I would top it all off together, and you'd have this delicious dose of coffee. And then what do? You realize that, hey man, I can add calories to this, and I can prompt my body to tap into fat. So what would I do? I would grab a piece of butter, a pretty big piece of butter, and throw it in there, and it just completely disintegrates and melts and makes the drink taste buttery and delicious. But it's good. What you don't want to do is, you don't want to be doing this, right, and drinking coffee and a lot of butter, if then later you're going to be eating tons of carbohydrates, right? Just the combination of both is not most optimal, so I do want to throw that out there for everyone. Let's see, during a fast, I put a bit of cream in my coffee. If you do that, you're automatically breaking your fast because your body's metabolizing, right, what you're putting in, the energy input. So yeah, you break the fast. Hey Nate, what do you think about lemon water? Dude, yeah, lemon. So one of my shred potions in the morning included lemon, right? I think lemon is a fantastic way to alkalinize the body. I think lemon is a fantastic resource. The issue is most people make a few mistakes. First off, they make the mistake of buying normal lemons, right? Like, you have to realize that these things are processed, they're not healthy, etc. Organic, we've established, is healthier. What's the second mistake I see people doing? Well, first off, people don't wash their lemons, and there's a lot of plastic, a lot of toxins around that then they put in their drink, right? So they'll have a hot tea or something, and then they put the lemon in there with all the plastics, and that's what they're drinking. I'm like, dude, what the? So it's better for you just to squeeze the lemon. You can literally roll it, make sure it's juicy, stick a hole through it with a piece of wood and just squeeze it, or chop it up, squeeze it, or wash it, and you can then use the skin, which is actually really beneficial for you. I was literally just planning on coming here and saying hi for like 2 minutes and bouncing, but this is, I got like 10 minutes. Nate, how is one able to join the dojo? So it's a good question. I'm going to be opening like an actual dojo. So it's going to be like a secret location that I'm going to be reaching out to people and sharing, and they can come at will. But the actual dojo, in terms of like what I'm going to be giving out and putting out there in the ether, it still hasn't come out yet. It's in the works. I'm going to be making an announcement soon. Yeah. So what is dojo mode? Dojo mode is when you fully lock in, right? And then you lock into what? To dojo principles. But that's a different story. Then it's learning what the dojo principles are. Can females join? So that's a great question. I think they would definitely benefit from it. The issue is this training is intentionally, in terms of like energy input, training regimen, fasting cycles, has been tailored for men, right? And my focus wants to be men, because this is this is one of many things I'm going to be doing. And the first one, I intentionally designed the course, the one-on-ones to be men, because I'm the one who did the transformation. I'm a man, right? I understand more or less how my body works. Intuitively, I would have to train more with women to understand a little bit more how we could fine-tune certain training regimens, right? And certain energy inputs and certain fasting. Like, the women don't take fasting the same way men do. So once I take care of my 300 dudes, yes, most definitely I would love to help out any women that are out there that want to get toned or lean or healthy. What do you think of animal-based diet? It's pretty good. There's good diets and there's bad diets with animal-based. What's the best way to be a part of 300? So the best way is to do you, to be here, to spend time, because I'm giving a lot of free content, and I'm just keeping an eye out for people. I'm just scouting. I'm taking my time. Dude, I'm in no rush. Like, yeah, I'm in no rush. I'm chilling. I'm a man on a mission, and I know the people I'm searching for. And if I reach out to you, it's because I'm interested in you potentially joining the group. If I eat breakfast, is it self-sabotage? That's a great question. So if you have to eat breakfast because you're hungry, that's your body indicating you that you're metabolically inflexible, right? Now, if you're going to eat because, hey, I know the kind of training I'm going to be doing, and it's going to be intense, right? Which I wouldn't really suggest it for a sun cycle. Anyway, that's a different topic. What I would suggest would be not eating, right? Because your body's already just woke up. It just rested from the previous night, which you potentially even ate. You probably stuffed your face the night before. Not judging, just based off of people that are in the space that are trying to bulk, they tend to eat late. Your body is going to be digesting all that food at night, right? You're going to wake up tired, exhausted. Why? Because your body hasn't rested. You haven't given your organs the time to rest. It's almost like you're trying to operate a business on virtual, like VAs, right? But the VAs never stop. You never tell them, hey, take a break, go eat, go to the bathroom, get a shower, go for a walk. Your organs need the same care, right? Like sometimes you guys stuff your food at night, wake up in the morning and stuff your face. That's the issue, right? It's the issue is like you have a body, you have a vessel. It comes with a manual. The manual's been lost. And we are learning more and more about the body, but we realize that, hey, if we don't take care of it, there's serious repercussions. Repercussions meaning your existence on planet Earth. So I would suggest taking care of it, giving them a break, drink some teas the night before, wake up in the morning, drink some teas. You will feel good. You'll feel a lot lighter, potentially change your routine, right? Like you don't have to destroy your muscle in the morning. You could do something a little bit lighter, a little bit more dynamic, out in the sun, grounding, and then once you break your fast at 11, 12, 1 o'clock, and then later on, if you want to train again, like an actual training, not 20-minute, 30-minute stretch, then you can eat something that's going to fill you up and going to give you the energy and input you need to like reach those goals. Nate, what is your height? I want actually people to guess my height. I'm actually kind of curious. So spam in the chat how no, I mean, some people have met me, so they already know. I'm just curious. I'm actually really curious what social media thinks. I just woke up. I was wondering, should I take my Shilajit right now? So Shilajit, guys, let's discuss Shilajit. Shilajit is a powerful resource that most people have to tap into and yet have not. Shilajit is also a resource that people tap into, but it's not the most optimal one because it comes in a powdered form, a pill, right? You want to be going as natural as possible, which is the raw resin. I take it often. I'm actually going to take some today. It makes me feel fantastic. The issue becomes it's heavy on the stomach, right? So if you're on a fast, unless your stomach's adapted to it, which comes over time, there's a potential likelihood that you are going to feel a little bit wheezy and sick. Yeah. 6'6", 6'3". All right, so you guys are pretty close. I'm 6'2", guys. Any tips for getting rid of blackheads? Yeah, change your energy input and start focusing on exfoliating the face and scrubbing the face with healthy objects and healthy creams. Do you have biohack to get rid of allergies, like food allergies, pollen, grass? It depends. I think allergies, people tend to pinpoint or say that it's a certain thing, right? It's the same stereotype. What I say you do is go do some like blood test. Go find out a little bit more about your body, and then what I would suggest that's helped me personally also is organic bee pollen, organic honey from the local area. When I do a teaspoon a day or 2 teaspoons a day, which is a phenomenal way to be able to get your pre-workout in. Like if you want to get a pre-workout before you work out, I would recommend Himalayan salt in the hand, shot of water. That will get your electrolytes, right? You won't feel dizzy and feel like you're fainting in the gym. You can put lemon as well if you want to alkalinize it. And then what I would suggest that's actually been really a game changer for me is shots of honey. I'll take to the gym honey with me, like raw honey. Whenever I'm feeling a little bit down, I'll take a break, shot of honey, do some stretches, go for a walk. Dude, round 2. So yeah, that's a little tip for you guys. It's the way the body absorbs honey and how fast you feel that energy is honestly astonishing. So tap into that. What do you think about, my God, how old are you? I am 69. How tall are you? I've already said how tall I am. Face for dry skin. If you have dry skin, I would first off analyze the source, right, of what's coming in contact with the organ, which is the skin. And a lot of people, myself included, when I've traveled or been to other people's homes and I've used their water, right, and it didn't have a filtration system, and then you do the research on the water in the local area, and you realize how high it is in certain ingredients, and you realize that had a huge implication on the dryness of the skin, eczema, dry hair, all that stuff. You can bypass and mitigate that with filters. So I highly suggest that. And I notice it with myself. Like I'll live in different places, and depending on the water, my skin looks a certain way. So yeah. How do you acquire a full beard? Potentially testosterone. Worst case scenario, if you don't have a beard, you can always do the hair implants that people are doing, right? Are you doing Nordic curls? I am not currently implementing it, just due to the nature of where I'm training and I don't have access to it. But I find it being a very, very useful exercise. So I'm definitely going to implement it and I have done it before in the past. Is it healthy to drink 10 raw eggs in a day? So eggs are phenomenal. I'm not sure though about the quantity and quality of what you're putting into your body, right? And how your body is going to react to it. I will eat anywhere from 4 to 8 eggs in a day. And sometimes I won't, and I'll go on and off. But eggs, I just feel is a very inexpensive, especially if you have the organic way to fill your body with quick protein. Yeah. And then what I'll do that really nice is actually dice up the eggs and put other things like pine nuts and other things in there. A little vitality bowl with quinoa. How to wake up in the morning without being tired. Dude, tired is all about what happened the night before, right? So hypothetically speaking, let's say you stopped eating at 7 p.m., right? You read books on self-development, you worked out, you went for a walk with your wife, you came back, you said bye to the kids, you watched something that inspired you and you went to sleep, right? And you had 4 hours of fasting, you drank teas, you woke up and you felt rejuvenated because the lifestyle that what you did the night before had a huge implication on what happened in the morning, right? Your organs were able to rest at a subconscious and conscious level. You went to sleep well, right? Now, let's say the same dude eats fried food, Mountain Dew, Call of Duty, porn, up late till 1, then goes to sleep, then wakes up. He's like, dude, why am I always tired? Right? Do you guys see the irony? The issue is most people, and I'm not bashing people because I've been there myself. It's hard to analyze yourself in your life, right? Because you're in a first person view. You're constantly perceiving other people in the lenses of a first person. So it's a lot easier to assess other people's faults and other people's strengths because you see them in a third person. That's why I think it's essential to have people around you, right? To be able to look at you from that third perspective and tell you, hey, Nate, like, have you seen this or have you looked into that? Or like, I see you doing this a lot. And then if you have the maturity to be able to listen and analyze that information, and if you hear a lot of people that you look up to or a lot of people that you trust say the same thing, then there has to be a pattern. If one person says it, then fine. But if 3, 4 people are saying it, you're like, okay, there's something there, right? Unless you're delusional. But that's pride, that's other things. But I have no idea how we got there. Coconut water plus lemon plus Himalayan salt plus chlorophyll. Phenomenal recipe. And I would add to that if you're trying to shred, right? If you're trying to lose fat. People will kill me for the anti-nutrients. I don't care. I like chia seeds. I find chia seeds to be filling. I find chia seeds to be good. I find chia seeds to also aid me with bowel movement. So yeah. What food or herbs will help with brain power? Blueberries. I eat frozen blueberries all the time. They're like candy to me. I love them. Wild frozen blueberries. Sensei, how should I train for strength while training Muay Thai and boxing? So what I would implement is whenever you're training, I would separate myself from other people and train by myself. And whatever exercise they're doing, I would use bands, right? Because let's say if you're doing punches, and this is I've noticed with my own speed is if I punch, right, there's only so much energy output, even if I'm doing even if I'm putting intensity into it, that I can achieve. Now, if I can boost that, like by adding weights to my wrists or by grabbing bands that are super light. When I grab the band, there's always that constant tension, right? That constant push, like that constant punching and then retracting, and you're firing those neurons the whole time because of the tension in the band. Plus, you would get stronger and you would get more bang for your buck because you'd be training, and in this time span of 2-3 weeks, you would get 3 times the amount of workout just by implementing band and hybrid training into your workouts. That's what I would do. Then I would also focus on compound training, and I would focus on exterior rotation and the interior rotation of the shoulders, because that tends to be a downfall for most men. That's what I would focus on. I would focus on a healthy diet, a healthy water input, reducing inflammation, and then aiding that with collagen. And you, my friend, would become a beast, in my opinion. What business do you have? I have multiple business. I've been in the digital space 2017. Tips on pale skin. Been taking a lot of carrots and sunlight. I think those two are a phenomenal way to get more of that warm colored skin, right? That nice tan. What I would suggest is just being careful of what other energy input you're putting into your body, like unhealthy food, because your body will react a certain way to the sun with the energy input that you put. So if you are in a healthy diet, then and you go in the sun, just make sure you put good base oil, and then an oil that's also high in antioxidants that will reduce and mitigate oxidative stress from the sun. I want to become more flexible. What types of stretches do you do in the morning? For how long? All right, guys, so I'm going to bounce soon. First off, everyone, thanks for joining. But what I would suggest is focus heavy on dynamic stretching. I'm going to give you an example, and with this, I'm going to wrap it up. Your body, right? If you look at your muscles and you start analyzing the body, there's a keen resemblance between muscle and like a rubber band. So if you grab a rubber band that's been outside in the cold and you pull it, right, and you pull it really hard once, very static, a static motion, there's a high likelihood that it will snap, it will break, or at least it will cause some sort of damage to the band itself. Now, if the band is warm, right, if there's been movement, there's a high likelihood that if you were to pull that band, right, it extends farther than you expected, and that it won't snap. So be intuitive with your surroundings, right? Be intuitive with how you are warming up the muscle, and be intuitive and realize that if you train without warming up, it's a hot potato. It's just a matter of when you're going to get burned and when you're going to get that, feel that tweak or that snap, right? Because we are all dying, we are all getting older. Therefore, one has to train for longevity and utility. So that is my tip for the day. I'm going to bounce, guys. I got stuff to do. Probably going to leave this video for 2 days, and then I'll delete it. All right. Peace and grace.